Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel, and we are still continuing with our D-Cube series. So if you're new to the channel and you haven't seen the series before, D-Cubed is for Deez's Deep Detail. And since we're continuing on, first thing that we're going to be doing today is applying a glaze. Wet mirror finish from Chemical Guys to be exact. So what this glaze is going to do is it's going to help fill in any imperfections that the cutting and the polishing didn't get out. Even if it's like the slightest of marks, this should be able to help fill that gap essentially. And then also this helps bring out the depth in your color. I don't know how much deeper that we can get, so if you watch the last episode, you know that I kept saying over and over again, like, this thing's super deep, super smooth, super clear. The clarity is just, it's impossible to describe unless you're actually looking at it. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to pull Penelope back into the garage, and we're going to start utilizing our wet mirror finish using our Torque 10 effects. So I'll see you in there. Alright, so for the glaze, you want to use a finishing pad when utilizing a glaze, or wax, or sealant. And just kind of get it's nice and soft. So again, we're just here basically spreading on the product to buff it out by hand. Alright, so for this application, we're going to be using a blue pad just so that way we're not mixing up our pads. In future uses, we know that blue is for glaze. Alright, so same thing, kind of like with the cutting and polishing compounds. You're just going to come in here. We'll get a little closer now. So you have everything set up. You're just going to do some dots all over your stuff. We'll start with 4. Get that one a little bit better. There we go. Okay. Don't forget your polishing pad conditioner. All right. It's early. If you guys have watched all the other videos, this is the next morning now. So we've been kind of going at this for a little while. So we'll kind of spread that conditioner around a little bit. But absolutely don't forget the conditioner. All right, and then we're going to flip this on. We're going to spread out this product in this little square right here. And then we're going to let it sit for about 15 minutes and then come back, buff it off, see what it looks like. All right, let's get to it. Yeah, we're just trying to spread this product out. It's not like cutting or polishing where we want to make multiple passes. We're just trying to get it nicely put in there. Okay, that's it. So while we're waiting the 15 minutes to do this part, I'm actually going to work on these panels over here, and then we'll come back, buff this off, and then we'll keep moving on. And I'll see you in 15 minutes. Alright guys, so we are done waiting our 15 minutes now. I was able to get from here back over to the back side within that 15 minutes, so this stuff is super easy to apply. One thing that I forgot to mention though is when you're using the glaze and the finishing pad is to apply no pressure. Just let the weight of the machine do its thing. But anyways, so let's go ahead, come in here, we'll start buffing this off. This stuff comes off really, really smooth. Like really smooth. That was probably the easiest stuff that we've had to take off so far. Okay. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I don't see a huge difference, at least right now. Maybe once we get in the sun. Feeling wise, maybe a little slicker. But yeah, I think we really just need to get it. It may be. It's actually a little more clear, especially compared to right here, just a little bit. Yeah, so it looks good. Like I can see the majority of the details, if not all of the details in the car, where this one's a little askewed. That's it. So I'm going to finish up the rest of this vehicle. We'll come pull it back out, take a look at it, and I will see you right after. All right guys, so we just finished with the wet mirror finish glaze. It's pretty smooth. So that's it for basically our base layer, with our cutting, with our polishing, going back over with the HydroCharge and HydroSlick, and then the glaze to kind of top everything off. So now what we need to do, seal it in. What do we got for that? Oh, jet seal. So jet seal essentially seals everything that we just did for roughly 12 months. That's what it's claimed, at least. This also has hydrophobic properties. It says so right here. So if that's the case, this thing should, well, never have water on it. So for this product, we're going to be using the DA polisher again, and then we let it sit for about 20 minutes. But let's seal all this in, and well, I'll see you in there to seal it in. All right guys, so we're back inside. Also, I changed. Little advice: if you're about to detail a car, don't take pre-workout. It just makes you sweat too much. I literally felt like I just did like 3 CrossFit workouts. But anyways, just don't do it. I didn't have like anything for caffeine, so I was like, well, I got some pre-workout, so well, I took it. Just a little tidbit of BobbyDeez information, you know. So we've got our torque 10 effects, changed out our pads. We now have a black finishing pad on here. We're just going to be applying a light thin coat. So what we're going to do to assess what a thin coat is we're going to start off with 4 drops. We're going to get our pad conditioner, a couple sprays on there. All right, so we're just going to kind of dab this out here. So this is pretty kind of sticky. And turn the machine off and then just spread it out. So the stuff is pretty creamy. So what I'm going to recommend doing is, instead of just applying your dots, whatever, and probably do 5 dots, a bit more there, giving them keys. All right, conditioning. Is actually maybe spread this product around with your finger and then dab it out, and let's see what we're looking like here. Also, I didn't mention anything about the smell of the wet finish, which is one of my favorite things to do. But it just smelled like, I don't know, like a normal wax. It's kind of fruity. That was it. Maybe a little chemically. So nothing too crazy. And it's kind of the same thing with the jet seal. All right, so let's try this now. Much better. Oh yeah. So again, you're just going for a nice thin coat. Blend that in up there. Yeah, that worked a lot better. So yeah, spread it across there with your fingers. So with the jet seal, we're also going to be going over the windows as well, because you can. So one thing to note, I should have noted before, is last week when we did the HydroSlick HydroCharge, I hydro slicked all the windows to give it a nice hydrophobic property, so we might as well just seal that in as well. We'll come back in about 20 minutes and start buffing this stuff off, and we're back. So we have applied the jet seal. What we're going to do is finish wiping this stuff off. We'll take it outside. So this as I'm taking this stuff off, one, it's a little more difficult to get off. My hands are already tired from still tired from all the detailing that we've been doing. So the biggest thing with the jet seal, minus it being a little more difficult to take off, is it feels like you're using a lot more product. I don't think we used any more jet seal than we did with the glaze though. It's just, it doesn't spread as nicely, I guess. It's a little more goopy. This is the best way to put it. So just keep that in mind. Like, you're not going to get the same amount of coverage with a few dots as you would with a glaze, or like with a wax or something, or even the cutting compound or polishing compound. So just keep that in mind as you're getting ready to apply it, so that way you won't be discouraged like I was, because, well, I expected it to be super simple, and it was. So wow, aerospace smooth. So if you guys didn't know, Chemical Guys' jet seal was actually originally developed for the aerospace industry, probably so that way it could glide through the air. Pretty sure if you put jet seal on your car, you can at least go 200 miles an hour at a minimum. Your 0 to 60 time is probably like half a second. You probably start getting flames shooting from your exhaust. Yeah, so I'm gonna finish this up, and I'll see you guys outside to look at the results and the natural light. All right, guys, so we just finished up jet sealing. We got it buffed off, and she's protected now, which is good because it looks like it's gonna rain, but can't really get this wet for a little while, or at least it says don't wash it. So we went over with our glaze, filled in some of the imperfections that were missed, or just need a little extra attention, and then also enhanced its clarity and depth just a little bit. This also has UV blockers in it too, which is a good thing that it's underneath the jet seal, which was our second product. The reason why I say that is because if you have a UV blocker underneath the sealant, guess what? That UV blocker is sealed in. So yeah, so then we went over with our jet seal. A little bit more of a time-consuming process than just the glaze, but that's fine. It turned out really well. It didn't really enhance the shine too much or anything like that, but it is supposed to enhance its hydrophobic properties, and it feels like extra smooth glass now. It's still that same smoothness, that beyond smooth that I called it after the Hydro Slick. Wow, yeah, still just pouring sweat. But anyway, so that's it for this video. If you guys have used these products before, let me know what you thought of them, how your experience was with them, and leave those in the comments below. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope the D-Cube series is helping you out in your detailing ventures, and I will see you guys next time. Okay, bye.